me you're a wounded warrior without telling me you're a wounded warrior. You need therapy, babe.
She wants tell me you're a runner without telling me you're a runner.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Therapy, babe. Why is it everybody needs therapy? I think that's another problem. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I don't think everybody needs therapy, dude. I really don't think people need therapy as much as we think. I think the problem is we've used therapy as a crutch so much to justify our bad behavior that just because your trauma sounds smart, people can use it against you. It's like, no, it's still your trauma, your bad behavior. Just because you can put words behind it and definitions behind it doesn't make it any better.
Don't come up to you, not even nobody comes up to you in the club. Nobody comes up to you in the club. They be scary as fuck.
Because you're leftovers. Look at you. Look at you.
I don't understand why.
Y'all scared.
Because you're beat to bits.
Scared men off. Y'all scared men off. The men that you want to approach you are probably...
See, I don't even agree with this guy. I don't think they scared men off. I don't think they scared men. Like, chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Are you scared of women like that? No. I think what it is we're annoyed.
Gotcha, bitch.
That's what it is. Men are annoyed. It's not scared. Like, I would almost agree none of you guys are scared of these women. You're annoyed. It's just like if a man was to wear a dress, would that scare a woman? Probably be annoying, maybe. So that's the whole thing. Like, these masculine women we're not scared of you. We're more annoyed than anything. All right, let's go to the comments of the Odyssey Backlash is going nuclear. I'm not going to watch this crap. I want a Rosa Parks movie starring Sydney Sweeney. That's good. Hollywood is woking movies right into bankruptcy. DEI Hollywood, epic fail. I want to go back to the 80s when movies were movies and people were people. Today is just pure madness. Every record has been destroyed or falsified. Every book rewritten. Every picture has been repainted. Every statue and street building has been renamed. Every date has been altered. And the process is continuing day by day, minute by minute. History has stopped. Nothing exists except an endless present in which the party is always right. George Orwell. What a goat. I'd love to see a demonstration of two people having a sword fight with accurate swords for the period and make one 5'1", 105-pound girl and the other one a 6'1", 200-pound man so people can see with their own eyes how ridiculous a fight like that would look and be. This is the ship that Hollywood will go down with, and they know it. I'm kind of glad in a weird way. The Starfleet Academy backlash was getting old and we required a new gesture to point and laugh at. The 1982 Conan the Barbarian with its insane Basil Polidaris soundtrack sounds like a historical documentary against this. I hate this Odyssey movie version so much. I love the story. In fact, it was the first book, yes, with pictures, I got from my parents as a kid. It ignited my passion and love for classical stories and loved learning about the ancient myths ever since. I do not want Helen of Detroit. Thank you very much. AI can make way better movies than we've got going on right now. This is effing ridiculous. In the movie Troy with Brad Pitt as Achilles and Eric Banner as Hector, both looked so jacked, and Achilles in particular looked and fought like he was invincible. Even the kid at the end of the movie who got the sword of Troy from Paris looked more of a fighter than Elliot Page as Achilles. This movie's going to bomb so hard. I think their goal is to keep people talking about it so we don't ask what celebs been doing on islands. I've read the Iliad and the Odyssey, great stories ruined by Hollywood. This is why we have crap movies today. And dude, and put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I also believe this is why people are gravitating towards creators and YouTubers like what I'm doing right here. People are watching this more than they're watching the news. People are watching this more than they're watching movies. People are consuming content that feels more authentic because right now we live in such a fabricated society where, like, when you watch ads on TV, you could never feel more disconnected. Have you noticed that when you see ads now, they have it like the 1080 by 1920, like on a phone screen, even on the TV, and they'll put QR codes to scan and stuff like that? Like, they're realizing that people are watching creators. They're realizing that people are consuming on their phone more because people want more of a real connection. I think people are sick of being treated like they're stupid. They're sick of being treated like they're not in the room. They're sick of being treated like they don't understand, so they need to be educated. People are way smarter than you think. And then also, at least for my community, you guys have a great sense of humor. I've seen, like, some of the communities posts I put up, you guys put up some hilarious stuff sometimes. I think people are sick of it. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I hate seeing really polished ads. They just turn me off. I'm so disconnected from it. I'd much rather watch a creator talk about something and actually, like, try something. or a YouTuber or some guy on Kick or Rumble or whatever, just a creator that creates like a human element behind it. I feel like that's why people are gravitating towards like YouTubers and stuff like that. And I think the creator economy is going to be like $1 trillion business in the next 5 years. I really do. Reasons why men do not approach women anymore. Damn, those glasses are thick. It's like a freaking fishbowl. Her head looks smaller in the glasses. She's blind as a bat.
We asked men, actually quite a few posts back, why they do not approach women anymore. And sisters, they got in them comments, about 400 comments. And we getting ready to start. Number one, I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible. I might have to do a part 2. Y'all are looking for studs? Y'all are not polite. Sisters, y'all not polite. Me Too and feminism. Apparently, they are afraid of being accused of SA. Everyone looks the same. No one stands out or is original. The system, social media, has destroyed y'all.
Okay.
Y'all are not safe. Okay. Y'all said y'all prefer a bear. Now we're gonna have to expound on that, because apparently there was a poll that says women asked who they feel safe around, they said men or a bear. Y'all chose a bear. The men are salty about that.
That's what's so funny about choosing this bear thing, though, is that you live in a society with men, and it's usually less than 1% that will commit SA. If you lived in a society of bears and you walked around the streets and it replaced every man with a bear, you would die that day. You would not even live past noon. You wouldn't even get to your lunch break. You'd be walking to work and just getting mauled. That's what's so funny that they say the bear. If all men were replaced with bears, you'd be dead by noon.
Part 2. So yeah, about the bear situation, I'm choosing a man because I'm definitely afraid of bears, grizzlies to be exact. But let's get back into it. You have to pay for conversation. Y'all are not approachable. Ladies, y'all don't be approachable. Too transactional, only wanting money. Always begging. Y'all be out here begging these men, sisters?
No. Yes, dry begging hard. Can't afford nothing but want a man to pay for it.
Yeah, I know, sis. Too much attitude. Most act like escorts.
Facts.
Y'all put y'all dates on social media and make men look like creeps. They do not like.
This is so true. We live in a modern era now where anything that would have been private in the 90s is now aired out dirty laundry. It's always aired out dirty laundry. You know what I find so funny is, like, if you look back 1,000 years at the #1 profession of women, what was it? Put it in the comments. Put it in the chat before I answer that. Look back 1,000 years. What was the most common profession for a woman? It was being a prostitute. You look at modern day society. What is the most popular and overpaid profession? Don't worry, I'll wait. Being a OnlyFans girl. It's the same job. It's just wrapped in different tinsel. You know what I mean? It's wrapped in different. You look 5,000 years ago, most popular job for a woman, prostitution. You look at today, most popular job for a woman, online prostitute. We've given you ladies freedom of choice, and you've chose to do the same thing.
Begging. Y'all be out here begging these men, sisters?
No.
Yeah, I know, sis. Too much attitude. Most act like escorts. Y'all put y'all dates on social media and make men look like creeps. They do not like that when y'all post y'all videos about y'all dates. They are afraid of that.
They do that
you will get on social media and talk about them. Too masculine. Always looking for a man to pay their bills.
Yep.
Men are valuing themselves over y'all.
Yep.
Not worth it. No peace. Part 3. Here's the thing. Some of y'all may not care about this list, but some of y'all might want to hear what these men have to say. But let's get back into it, because it was a long ass list. 400 comments. Okay?
A lot of comments.
Y'all are not worth it. No peace. Being attractive means absolutely nothing.
Her forehead might be as big as mine.
Okay? That attractive women come a dime a dozen, and y'all are usually trash and nothing but problems. Okay.
The thing is, and put a 1 in the chat if you agree, a man would take a mid woman who is fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive over a woman who's a 10 and a bunch of headaches. A man will take a mid-tier woman that is that checks all the emotional boxes versus a woman that is a hot headache.
Always in situationships. Too many bills and too many kids.
It's a big one. Living a single mom epidemic.
Single mom.
And it just goes on and on. Okay, now, of course,
The thing is, women have created the problems they have in the dating market, but the problem is they don't want to fix them.
Gotcha, bitch.
None of these women want to fix the problems. They just want to complain about the problems that they've created. Imagine a man creating a problem and not having any solution for it. You'd call him an idiot. Lady narrates the wildest story from her previous relationship. Her ex drank wine from her what?
Christina wants to know what your last man was like in the bedroom.
My last man, the sex we had was absolutely illegal. It was so amazing. Like, I'm just gonna be
She's a runner, she's a track star.
honest. I mean, my last relationship, it was so, the things we did was so extreme and things you have never even thought of. I'm not even kidding. The things we did were so extreme.
What could you have
Like, so extreme.
You gotta elaborate. This is
Like, me and him bonded in ways that we'll never. I cannot wear white to my wedding. Okay? So we went to a Knicks game, you know, we did some Molly. We get back to his place, and he said, you know, baby, there's wine in the fridge, go bring up the wine bottle. And I was like, all right, yeah, we'll drink some wine together, okay. He proceeds to take the cap off the wine bottle, puts the wine bottle in my ass, starts drinking, no, he starts pouring the wine out of my ass and starts drinking the wine from my ass. He's drinking the wine from my ass.
I am officially no longer a horny Jewish boy.
What? That's what these women are doing?
She's a runner, she's a track star.
I don't know about you guys. I'm more of a very vanilla type of guy. I'm not drinking wine out of nobody's tuchus, bro. I'm not drinking wine out of nobody's butt. That's insane work. Insane work. What are we even doing? Drinking wine out of people's buttholes? It's an insane world we live in, chat. It's an insane world we live in. Going to the Twitter right now to see what I can find. All right, here. What do we got here? All right. Let's see if I can't find some clips. It's all about the fight yesterday, which I could care less about. The Ronda Rousey and Francis Ngannou. I watched the Francis Ngannou knock that guy to pieces. That poor dude. All right, what do we got here? What do we got?
And one of my favorite tricks that I do in the bedroom, especially with a new man that I'm hooking up with, if it accidentally slips in the wrong hole and he says, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean for it to be in that hole. I didn't mean for it to slip in the wrong hole. I stop and I look at him and I say, hey, I don't have the wrong hole. Put it back in there. And I grab his meat stick and then I help him put it back in the wrong hole that I apparently have. And yeah, that's one of the tricks I use.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
The Runner Chronicles. That's one of the tricks she uses, chat. That's one of the tricks she uses, huh?
I had an ex-boyfriend that thought that I was cheating on him because I got a DM from a Middle Eastern man saying that he wanted to be my sugar daddy. Anyway, I bought a pair of Lululemon leggings, so that like really confirmed it for him, apparently. I don't know. I showed him my credit card. I showed him that I paid for it, and he was not convinced. Anyway, we fought about it for like 2 weeks. In the meantime, he was cheating on me with a man, so...
Yoink, Scooby. Good lord. Women just dry snitching on themselves like crazy. You have to absolutely love it. You have to absolutely love it. What is this chick talking about? What there's just... Like I said, I've posted over 1,000 videos of these women. If we don't know women are the problem by now, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do, chat.
Every freaking time I watch a man fumble my best friend, I genuinely wonder, do they think that they're gonna get better? My best friend is a sexy, jacked, tan, shredded, blonde, freaking dedicated gym baddie. Like, what are these men smoking?
It seems like you're smoking copium, tell you that. Dude, here's the thing. You could be hot. You can be extremely hot. You can be really ridiculously good looking. But if you're not fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, we don't care. And a lot of these women are turning into the men that they've always wanted to be with. That's what it is. That's what happens. They go out there and they see, ooh, this is the type of guy I would want. And then they go out and become him. They become jacked. They go to the gym. They eat good. Right? They get their body in check, which is like cool. have a nice body. I think that's a good thing. Take your health serious because your health is your wealth. But then they go and take their career serious, and then they go and get their money right, and then they're doing all the things that men do that they find attractive. These women are becoming the men they've always wanted to be with. All right, we got a scent of the day. This is Marwa Arabat Prestige. I think I've talked about this one before, but this one's so good. This is a great imitation of LV's Imagination. Let's get a sniffies. Oh my God, this one lasts long. I have a couple different dupes of LV Imagination. Marwa Arabat Prestige. I have a couple dupes. This one's fantastic, and I think you can get it on a ton of different places for like under $50. But the notes are fresh, spicy, amber, citrus, fresh, woody, warm, spicy, cinnamon. It's a good match. Some of you guys are like, Levi, you give all these sweet fragrances. This is not necessarily a sweet fragrance. It's very much so masculine, but great for the summertime. Summertime's right around the corner. I'll have it right here in the corner so you guys can get it if you really want to. But I have to keep putting you guys on fragrances because you said I wasn't putting you on anymore. Loki, do you... oh, wow, okay. Free. Go to your place. What is this? I don't know if any of you guys golf. I've been seeing these cart girl videos.
I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to drive on the grass. So...
You what?
I'm not allowed to drive on the grass.
Oh, that's okay. We'll come to you.
What can I get for you guys?
3 more tours.
3 course?
Bud Lights.
Bud Lights? 3 of them?
Yep.
Coors Light. Chat, what do you guys drink? Bud, Coors, what do you drink?
All together again?
Yes, ma'am.
Give me 36.
Any snacks? No.
You want anything? Right there? Oh, okay. 36.
What do you want? What can we buy you? You want a shot?
I wish. Oh my gosh, do I wish.
We'll take one. We get one of the girls out here from Hooters, and she wrecked the cart out here doing that.
Wait, what'd you say?
One of the cart girls out here wrecked the cart. She tore up out of the front too. She was drunk.
Yep. They find out. That's also why we're not allowed to drive on the grass, because people would tip over.
Yeah.
They hit a little spot or not pay attention, they just go.
Yeah, because women can't drive.
So.
How much?
36, please. How long have you been working?
You want to find a curb? Just, let your chick drive.
Yeah.
I don't work there.
Oh.
I just go in and drink.
You just have the cards?
He goes in there and just... I'm one of the owners.
Oh.
So I don't drink. I don't work. I just go drink.
Nice.
I don't work. I just keep drinking. What is this? This one with blonde braids and a purple polo shirt drives the golf cart along the tree line path with talking, smiling. She turns to interact with the man in the blue shirt beside her and points out features inside the cart as they ride together. You wonder if jobs that let you drive in a golf cart all day feel like a dream, or the constant movement eventually gets tiring. I mean, the thing is, you'll never see a guy get to be a cart girl. It's not a thing. I dated a chick in high school who was a cart girl, and she would do pretty well. But, she was wearing short shorts and a short little top all the time. And then she started working at Twin Peaks, and I was like...
She's a runner, she's a track star.
It seems like you're a runner. And then at Twin Peaks, this is how crazy this industry is. At Twin Peaks, they have something called ABC Day. Anything but clothes. So you could go to work, but you could wear anything but clothes. So I remember the day she went to that. She was wearing I swear it was like paper towels. I was like, bro, this is so bad. Luckily, I wasn't just bucking her. I was bucking a lot of girls at this time. But, that's the thing. All right, here's this hypothetical I've been seeing. But I did have breakfast today.
Hypothetical scenario. 2 equally qualified candidates are applying for the same role. One is a racial minority. The other is not.
Okay, I could care less.
Should their identities be factors in who gets the job?
No.
Equally qualified.
There's no such thing.
Yeah, right. There's
no such thing.
Are they clones?
Yeah.
But one's painted brown?
That's why it's hypothetical. Yeah,
Right?
I personally could not respond to that hypothetical because I've never seen that hypothetical exist in the real world.
How about hypothetical?
I've never seen that hypothetical. You go with whoever you like. But I did have breakfast this morning. You can really see somebody's intelligence whether or not they can reply to a hypothetical. Ain't that right, Lokes?
Whoop de doo.
He's like, I don't care about hypotheticals, lipotheticals, tripotheticals. It doesn't matter to me, Father. Such a good boy. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's always good to have you guys out, man. Until next time, peace. All right, let's do what's a color I haven't done. Let me think here. What do we have? Let's do orange oiler. Orange oiler. That's a tough one to do. All right, see, I got one more clip for you guys. What is this?
You have a split tongue.
Yes.
Show it to the camera right here. Show the split tongue.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Streets are calling.
Oh wow.
She can clap it.
Okay, there you go.
Wait,
It's like
never seen
Can
a
you
tongue twerk before.
dip your tongue into two different and then like taste it two different?
Yeah.
Whoa.
What?
Wow.
Okay.
That's cool.
That's crazy.
Congratulations. I heard it
Not cool at all, actually. It's freaky. It's weird.
doesn't hurt.
Oh no.
Right.
Whoever said that lied. They call it Hell Week. So you get it split. You're numbed while it's split, and then they suture it up. Well, depending on who you go to. Downtime was about 5 days before. I didn't eat for 3. Got an IV on day 3, and then finally ate.
Sure.
Day 5 took the sutures out way better. Swelling took about 2 weeks to go down. But
Got it.
that first 5 days was absolute hell.
So everything is coming crashing down. All of the narratives are collapsing. All of the defenses are being completely undone. And remember how everybody was going around calling Nick Shirley and saying that, implying that he was some weird, like, child, like, predator or something like that for wanting to record these kids, and they were trying to reframe it. They said there's no evidence that any of this is fraudulent. None of this has happened. It's all a lie. Well, guess what?
Today is a big day. We're here in Minnesota, back with the legend David. Today's a big day because today here in Minnesota, over 10 people are being charged for fraud that they have committed here inside the state of Minnesota. And a few of these people are being charged with autism and daycare, childcare fraud. Over $40 million in autism fraud, and one of the main ladies in the video that me and David made, she has been caught with over $4 million. Her last daycare,
literally the exact person they went after.
Last year, her daycare received $3.67 million, and now she has been criminally charged for child care fraud here inside the state of Minnesota. And this is some of the highest amount of fraud that's ever been charged inside of this district. This is Ilhan Omar's district here in Minnesota. And on top of that, they're bringing about 2 new cases of fraud that have actually never been criminally charged inside of the Medicare programs here inside
fraud
of Minnesota. This is a big deal. David, you're here with us. What does this say?
This is phenomenal to see the progression that things are happening after the release of our videos. And that woman who was criminally charged, by the way, she was caught at the airport with a one-way ticket to London. She was getting out of Dodge, and they stopped her. And now
roaching out. She almost got away.
She's been charged not only with defeating our future fraud, but she's the first person charged with child care fraud. It's a big deal.
This is a big deal, and they're going to be doing this press conference right now. We're going to be breaking it all down. We're going to be interviewing people like Dr. Oz and also A.G. Collins, who's actually the head of the Fraud Task Force. He's the Attorney General of the Fraud Task Force, so we're going to be interviewing him as well. And right now, because of the celebration that's taking place, the lawyers are leering the hard way. We're doing 25% off the entire site, so you can go to antifraudclub.com and use code.
I need to buy one. I probably should buy one of these hoodies. I've watched all of the videos. I feel like I need to buy a hoodie.
Leering, and you're going to get 25% off. And now let's see what the people have to say. Look at all the press. Look at them. Look at them. Look at all these fools that never actually reported on the fraud that was taking place. So here they are. And look, we even have our op. We even have our op, CNN, right there. She investigated me versus investigating the fraudsters. In fact, her investigation on the fraud was to call the fraudsters and say, hey, are you guys committing fraud?
And they said no.
And obviously they said no, but we know that it was different because we did
they lied?
The real work.
We're from CNN. Can we talk to you? This is MAGA YouTuber Nick Shirley, back at a daycare in
MAGA YouTuber.
Minnesota, he alleged was a fraudulent facility in a now viral video. How do you know that all the allegations that you're making are true?
How do I know that?
It's fucking obvious, bitch. It's fucking obvious. Everybody knows it.
They're true. Well, we showed you guys we showed you guys what was happening, and then you guys can go ahead and make your own analysis.
We're coming so we can make our own analysis. Are you 100% sure you're true?
Yeah, I am 100% sure I'm true.
CNN is looking into Shirley's claims.
Hi, my name's Whitney Wild. I'm a correspondent for CNN.
We reached out to several of the daycares featured in the now viral video. Only one daycare facility answered and said they are a legitimate business.
Oh, bro. Damn.
And now it's spread throughout the entire country, not just the U.S. We've heard from people from New Zealand, Australia, Sweden, Japan, everywhere. They're finding the same.
I'm so mad that Trump doesn't go after these media companies more. I think he should. They're so obviously biased, and they're trying to protect literal criminals. It's so annoying.
Of fraud.
These 2 people right here, we did the dirty work that all people
did it.
are supposed to do, but they didn't.
Yeah.
We did it.
Now let's see what they have to say.
There it is.
Today, we are announcing criminal charges against 15 defendants in Minnesota for fraud schemes that targeted over $90 million in taxpayer dollars. Our cases today involve 7 different state-managed Medicaid programs that have been systematically pilfered by fraudsters who treated Minnesota-run programs as their personal piggy bank. One defendant is charged with defrauding the Integrated Community Supports Medicaid program. One patient was supposed to be receiving 24-hour care through this program, but he was actually being serviced by a fraudster and received no services.
Fraudster let a patient die and kept building.
Patient was later found dead.
Damn.
Meanwhile, the architect of this fraud scheme was billing Medicaid as if he was providing care to this patient. The defendant even submitted a claim of over $400 for services he never provided the day before this man died.
Today's arrests represent the largest autism fraud bust in American history.
So far.
So they just went in and they announced all the fraud cases. For instance, this is the biggest autism fraud that's ever been exposed in Minnesota, and I think potentially in the country.
Think about this. Think about how much Nick Shirley was able to uncover. And think about the fact that Nick Shirley doesn't have any of the levers, buttons, and tools that the FBI or anybody in the government has access to, and he doesn't have a formal education or background in fraud analysis or accounting. Think about how bad it really is. This is literally just a random guy that's like, this looks kind of weird.
Heard correctly.
And what my point is, it's not to like downplay him. My point is that imagine how much of this is really going on by people that aren't functionally retarded. We're talking about billions of dollars that are getting pissed down the drain in order for these scammers to make money. It's outrageous how bad it is.
So right here, Robert Kennedy's showing this graph. 2020, it was all normal. And underneath the Biden administration, the numbers just went through the roof. Like exponential.
And you see, yeah, the Biden administration let it happen. That's how so they can fund bringing in new voters. That's why they do it.
Without a need. All fraud. All right, David, so they just had the largest autism fraud bust in American history. Future Learning Center, where they received $3.67 million. She's now been charged. What's your overall thoughts on what you just heard?
So this is the beginning, and like I've always contended, when the dust settles on this fraud in Minnesota is going to be $80 billion going back to about 1988, and the speed with which these investigations are occurring is unprecedented. I'm shocked at how quickly they're making these arrests, and they're going to...
Because it's obvious. The thing is that they literally just let it happen. It was obvious the entire time.
Find the money.
Citation, please. Oh, what are you one of those people like, oh no, there's no fraud. Oh, there's a little bit of fraud. Oh, there's not that much. Okay, so there's some fraud. Well, fraud happens. Oh, fraud's good. Stop it. Just stop.
And the fraudsters are running scared.
Please.
There was literally a fraudster who they went to go arrest this morning who jumped out of a 4-story building to escape.
Yeah, it looked like he broke his ankle or his leg because he was
hobbling. He lived?
So, and that's exactly what he deserves.
Mohammed Omar.
I don't think that's what he deserves.
Last name was Omar. What a coincidence.
Yes. What a coincidence.
So, Dr. Oz, we just had the press conference. The largest autism fraud in America history took place here inside of Minnesota. And there's a bunch of other fraud as well. One of the Lears as well was charged as well. What does this say about how the fraud was able to happen, and then what you guys are doing now to make sure that it does not continue to happen?
When you have fraud of this magnitude, you can't play man-to-man. You need zone defense, which means an all-of-government approach. So when President Trump said we're creating a White House anti-fraud task force, and he puts the vice president in charge of it, everybody listens. So if I get called and I've got a little data that shows that there's something fishy going on with autism billing because it's gone from a few million to $400 million, which literally happened, I noticed that, but I got to do something with it. So I can call, for example, Department of Justice or the FBI or the Office of Inspector General, and I can get folks boots on the ground to go start knocking on doors like you did, by the way. You're basically deputized because you're identifying clues that this was legit.
What I was saying earlier about deputizing people, this is exactly what we need to do. Bring it back. Bring back letters of marque. Bring back deputizing random people. Bring back bounty hunting. Bring it all back. I think bring the whole
fraud
thing
happening,
back.
not just some embarrassing numbers. And then you have Treasury involved because they can do forensic accounting and say, you know what, these lowlifes who are stealing money, they're bad. But what about the folks above them, the people who create the shell companies that hide the funds, they take it overseas, fund terrorist organizations? Who knows? You don't actually know the answer to these questions because you don't know where the money's going. But people who are sophisticated enough to defraud this government are often not from America.
Yep.
They're often foreign criminal organizations or even foreign governments. And that's why beginning to identify how the fraud happens is so important to us, because these guys, they've corrupted the system. They know how to take money out of the U.S. healthcare programs
seem like
out
it's
there.
that hard.
We cannot, as Americans who love these programs and our fellow Americans, let them be hurt by this.
That's true.
How essential are these programs actually? Because, I mean,
Just
think
one
about how
state,
much
yeah. Is that
money
Dr.
was
Oz?
gone to
Yeah, it
fraudsters. How did it go on for so long where people were able to steal, or where the budgets were able to go up by 1,000% when the enrollments didn't even go up? I know these are very important, but how was that happening where there was these huge increases in the budgets and where these fraudsters were literally just looting?
Nick, in our culture, when I look you in the eyes and I tell you I'm going to do something, you expect me to do it, and I hold you accountable as well. That's just who we are. During COVID, two major things happened. First, the government said we're not going to keep track for a while because there's a national emergency.
There needs to be an acknowledgement that when you bring people from places that aren't like that into our place, they don't change. And when you bring a lot of them that don't assimilate, then they really don't change.
But that taught people they could steal. And then we began to get politically correct about the things we're saying, which is specifically what happened here in Minnesota, which I heard from Faye, a whistleblower Democrat serving in the Department of Health here, who said I was pointing out that there were problems happening, and not only were they not listening to me, they were scared. They didn't want to be accused as being racist. And then once people realized they couldn't speak about the truth, well, then everything gets hit.
This is what happens when they target communities for their own benefit. This is what happens when they scapegoat. And this is what happens when they no longer hide the idea of white supremacy.
And so we witnessed a combination.
It's actually crazy that he said that.
And so we witnessed a combination, a confluence of catastrophes that has allowed overall Medicaid spending in the whole country to go up by 50% in the last 5-6 years. And we're seeing a fourfold increase in things like pharmaceutical spending. Again, those are programs you can defraud more readily. And let me give you a couple numbers, because I think this will actually, at some point, it gets almost entertaining that it could get this bad. 1/3 of all hospices in the entire country are in Los Angeles. Again, how many people are dying?
So the entire country is 3, and this is Los Angeles? Is 1/3 of the country in Los Angeles? It's not, right? There's no way.
In L.A., hospices where you go to pass away. They've defrauded that program. In New York State, the #1 job in the entire state is now being a personal care service worker, which is, again, the core of your question. These are jobs your family would do for you normally, like carrying the groceries upstairs or driving you to a doctor's office or giving you a place to stay if you're down and out. Now we're just paying people to do that, so it's a jobs program. And so you begin to, as an American, question who was keeping track. And let me just answer that question for you real quick. My agency, who was in charge of at least doing the early warning, just looking at the numbers, was basically told, don't go after these bad guys. You got more important things to do. You got to just sign more people up for these programs. And so the total number of people involved in Medicaid fraud in our program integrity unit, 6 people. Just think of that. For the entire almost $1 trillion program, allocating money to
$1 trillion, and it's being managed by 6 people. Oh, what could go wrong?
These programs, some of which are suspect, as you point out,
Of course.
there are 6 people in charge of it. That's not an accident. That's, effectively, it's either malevolent, but malevolently ignoring reality, or you just didn't care.
Yeah.
And for instance, a lot of this fraud, like you said there, a lot of it's being done by people who aren't even from the United States.
That's right.
The Chinese mafia in New York
Chinese
City, the Russians in
mafia.
California, the Armenians as well. Here you had the Somalians in Minnesota. And we have David here with us. And David, how did you see this fraud? Because if it wasn't for you, a lot of this stuff would not be happening.
Well,
If it wasn't for you
fucking
noticing
obvious.
that there's no children at the daycare, how did you notice the involvement
Just
of,
look
for
at it,
instance,
it's
the
fucking- there
Somali
it is.
population come in and loot and steal from Americans?
Well, I started to see this prevalence of these child care facilities around my office, and they're always in these dark, dingy buildings. And I said, well, who's running all these child
What the
care? Why do we
fuck, right?
need
Yeah,
all these
what the
child care
fuck?
facilities? So that's what started me looking into
David's
what's
the
going
man,
on
he
here,
is.
how many kids are going there. And so I'd go
That's
early.
the real unsung hero out of all this, is that, obviously Dr. Oz is doing great, Nick Shirley's great, but like none of this would have been possible without this guy. Just a random American citizen that had a concern for the way that his money was being spent, unlocked all this. And people need to respect that. They do.
In the morning, no kids. I
That's
go in the
nuts.
afternoon, no kids, no footprints
kids.
in the
Where are
snow.
kids? Where'd they go?
So when I started looking at the ownership
Where'd
of the
they go,
child care
guys?
facilities, I said they're all Somali. And so then I said, well, I'm seeing all these vans driving around, and it's a Somali
nobody's
driver,
in
and
the
there's
van.
never any passengers. So I started looking at that, and then I realized it was autism,
Yeah.
and that's why I depicted it as a wheel of fraud with the non-emergency
remember
medical
this.
transportation as a hub, and then child care is a fraud, autism's a fraud, a spoke of fraud on the wheel.
Lot
And I
of fraud.
realized this thing was so gigantic, it was like trying to wrestle a greased hippo. And I knew it wouldn't work if I tried to tackle the whole thing. So
really
I had to pick
big.
a pressure point, and that pressure point was childcare, because I knew people were going to be pissed when they saw what was going on with childcare. And then we moved into the non-emergency medical transportation, and you can see the results now. And it spawned not just a nationwide, but a worldwide investigation by people like us into fraud.
It's safe to say that the local government, Tim Waltz, Ilhan Omar, Keith Ellison, they were complicit in allowing specifically the Somali population go through and commit this fraud, because they knew they could then call out people for being a racist or Islamophobic.
There's no question that was a culture, certainly within the department in charge of these programs, that
Damn, big
stymied
question.
open talk. You were intimidated if you said anything that was even a little bit deemed as politically incorrect. And the specific issue around racism, which
Isn't it crazy how they've just silenced everybody around the why? It's really insane to me that like anybody bought into this. It is like, it's shocking.
heard from Faye was the biggest insult that you could ever make
Yeah.
is to call someone a racist. And I think the biggest insult is that you're a liar and a cheat and you're taking advantage of your fellow man and trying to
True.
hurt them.
Yeah.
And the fact that they
That's
lost
right.
their priorities on these issues, to me, is very concerning. It's one of the reasons that we've been actively looking at how we can investigate these programs more effectively,
Yeah.
and to protect the federal taxpayer. We've had to look at what's been submitted to us and defer in this state, in Minnesota, defer $350 million. But in California, which might be the varsity team, the amount of problems we saw there forced us to defer $1.34 billion. That's a lot of money.
And
That's
you
just for
know
the
he's
quarter,
right,
by the way.
too.
So these are the
You
kinds
know
of
he's
numbers
right
we're
about
talking about. Can I just give you an affordability nexus here, just to sort of put it in everyone's mind? Because a lot of people watching now, I hope, are working their tails off. But the belief that one day, when they get to age 65, they could
Yeah.
retire and enjoy the bountiful benefits of Medicare.
Exactly,
A
yeah.
beautiful safety net system, crown jewel of our program, that will help you through all your healthcare expenses when you're getting to the
When you
retirement
need it
age.
the most, yeah.
The life expectancy of that program is so short now that a lot of people your age, Nick, don't think it's going to be there for them. Do you have an opinion? Do you think Medicare will be there for you?
At this rate, no. I mean, if we continue to get looted, unless you do something
If we
about
keep
it,
getting
we're not
looted.
going to have it.
Well, I'm going to make this commitment because I've run these numbers.
Man.
If we can take out the fraud from Medicare, just the Medicare, not the whole $100 billion of fraud we think exists, but just the Medicare, we will double the life expectancy of the Medicare Trust Fund. That's the part of your paycheck that you pay every month or every week
7%.
Towards making sure that you have Medicare coverage for the country.
Social Security.
We will double the life expectancy of that. So you'll have it, your kids will have it, and hopefully their kids will have it. And we don't have to charge you extra tax. We don't have to go after anyone's home. We don't have to, knock out people from playing in the game of life in America. We just have to take the fraud out. That's our job. It's our duty. It's our responsibility.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Oz. And now we're going to go talk with Attorney McDonald about specifically what they found here in Minnesota. Thank you very much.
God bless you.
The fraud here in Minnesota has been going on for so long, for so many years, and today, finally, these fraudsters are held accountable. What exactly did you guys get these fraudsters on?
Today is we've announced charges against 15 fraudsters here in Minnesota who were defrauding 7 different programs, Medicaid programs, and also a child care funding program here in the state of Minnesota. There's a range of charges for these defendants, including healthcare fraud, conspiracy to commit healthcare fraud, wire fraud, and other fraud charges. Most of these charges, they'll carry maximum sentences of 5 years up to 20 years. And as we heard earlier today, the architect of the Feeding Our Futures case was sentenced this morning for her role in defrauding USDA, and she was sentenced to 41 years in prison for her conduct, being the ringleader of that scheme.
So there's 15 people charged, a few arrests. One man jumped out of a 4-story building. Last name's Omar. Don't know if that's coincidence or not with Ilhan, but he jumped out of a 4-story building. And now, can you kind of get into specifics of, like, we know there's autism fraud, we know there's a child care fraud. What was the other fraud that these people were committing?
All of it.
So the fraud today was, it did involve autism. It involved in-home health services and also the housing stabilization services program. So that involved helping place homeless into homes. The core of it involves home health services for the elderly or the disabled. And so you have folks who will start a business to then be capable of billing Medicaid. They have to go out. They have to actually find real people. They got to find real patients who actually need these services. They get them on their books, and then they fail to give them the actual services. But what do? They still send Medicaid the bill. And that's a scheme that we see.
They say they're going to do it, and then they don't do it.
We see it replicated across the country. We also brought charges in a child care center in relation to a child care center today. And that's also a major focus of ours is the home health care programs, the food programs, the daycare programs, and then really everything else. But we see common themes of billing for services never provided, billing for patients that were never patients, or billing for children that were never children under the care of a particular daycare outfit.
What?
I think something that's powerful about today is you're seeing actual synergy between a citizen like myself who went and exposed the fraud and then the government coming in and stepping in. So I think a lot of people feel like, oh, I can only do so much. Like, I'm just watching the news. What can I actually do? But you can actually go out and make a difference, and then the government can actually go in and do the prosecution. I had no idea when I went and made that video that all this would happen, but the government was watching because it is.
Isn't it crazy how Nick Shirley just kind of was like, hey, guys, isn't it crazy how these people say they have a bunch of kids here and there's no kids? Like, well, I wonder why that is. What's going on?
Tax dollars I was getting created.
Yeah, what's that?
I was getting stolen,
What's going on with
and
that?
Then I think like there's a beautiful synergy happening right now inside the country, and I hope this gives people more hope to actually go out and make a difference inside their communities and be able to have that trust that, okay, if we see something, if we see a random daycare with no children, let's say something, and now let's have that faith that our government will go in and do the prosecution and go do the investigation as well.
I think he's right about that too. Is like a lot of people get demoralized because like they report something, they say something, they want to do something, but they know the government doesn't really give a fuck. So like there's just a culture of like learned helplessness where people feel like, well, there's no reason even for me to talk about this because they're not going to care.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It's true.
I'm an assistant attorney general, but I'm just a guy like you. I watched your videos with my kids. and they thought they were great.
Yeah.
And so that to really solve this problem, it requires everybody to come together and say enough is enough.
Yeah.
And so
It's ridiculous.
your work, the work of the agents, the prosecutors, everyone, this should not be a controversial issue. That it's something that we need to solve. It really shouldn't be. So I encourage and I commend you for doing this work and for highlighting certain things. And I invite anyone else to also jump into the game there and help us figure out what fraud is occurring, and then we could run with investigating it and trying to bring it to fruition. Because every case requires documents, it requires witnesses, it requires live bodies to actually testify to what has happened here, whether something happened or didn't happen. We rely on people in the community to be those voices for us at trial.
People
for
support
instance,
the fraud.
They
do support the fraud. Actually, they unironically do. They support it for racial and ethnic and religious reasons. Their primary goal is making sure that people that are like them are able to be taken care of, and like the best interests of the American people are secondary to that.
Need everybody to be reporting what they see.
People might not like it, but it's
so that
true.
we can try our best to root out this fraud and do it better than we've done it.
Yeah, I think it's important for people to realize that we don't work for you, you work for us.
We do.
And it's our responsibility to go out and actually make a difference and then have you guys do the work for us. And I think that's what we're seeing. I hope this encourages other people to realize that and see that you can make a difference inside of your own community.
I think you can.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, from my perspective, your words about us working for you, that's exactly what we are. We are public servants. Who do we work for? We work for the public. We don't work for us. We don't work for our own egos or our own desires. We want earnestly to be able to do what's right for the American people and to restore hope, restore joy for victims of fraud. And the justice system. Justice is such a beautiful word, if done right.
Justice is such a beautiful. Oh my God.
And it's an honor for me to be in this role, to be able to step into this seat and to really work hard for the American people. It's an honor for me to sit in this seat.
I'm so glad that we have guys like, especially like I said this a lot, young guys like Nick Shirley's younger than me. Like this guy's probably around my age, right? Thank fucking God we have guys that are willing to just go in there and get this shit done. Thank fucking God.
I hear from all kinds of people who are so disturbed by the fraud, and I'm at the front of the line.
Yeah.
I feel the exact same way. And we have a historic opportunity to do something about it. And I can guarantee you I will do my absolute best shot to do something about it.
And your last message to all the fraudsters.
Based.
Yeah, my message to the fraudsters.
Get your ass.
I said it earlier today. Eat, drink, and be merry today, because your days of frolicking and freedom are coming to an end. We're going to do everything that we can to find you, and when we find you, we will prosecute you, and when we prosecute you, we will seek to claw back and extract every penny that you took from the American people. That is our goal. That is our vision. So if you're hearing this, you should run and you should hide, because we are going to do everything we can to unmask you and to prosecute you and to bring you to justice.
So maybe jump off a 4-story building, but they're still going to find you. Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Can jump off a 4-story building. God damn. That was a good fucking video. That was a much better fucking video than I had expected. I like that a lot. Let me link it to you guys. And that's the new Nick Shirley video about the Minnesota fraud. So keep in mind, and I think that we should really go back and do an accounting of all of the people that were shouting from the rooftops and claiming over and over, no, 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 there's no fraud. There's no fraud, guys. You don't understand. And yeah, like, no, it's just racism. We really need to go back and look at who that was. Who was it that was saying that? Making up a bunch of motherfucking bullshit. Really, like, because it was all bullshit. Like, anybody who thought this was bullshit is honestly just stupid. They're honestly just stupid. Like, and it captured mentally, right? Destiny and Hassan. I mean, yeah, it's a good start, you know? Like, because they were all lying about it. They were saying, oh, yeah, it's true. And I want y'all to remember that is like, you never let any of these people, like, never try to win an argument against these people. Never try to like debate them. Never try to like go and like, you know, figure out and prove that you're right. All you need to do is just get enough people together and you just put those people, bro, like you vote to you get enough people to vote. You do whatever the fuck you want. Ignore them, bro. Fuck them. They're going to do and think whatever they want. And at the end of the day, you got to go and put yourself first. You got to do whatever you need to do. I demand you play Resident Evil 4 right now. I know. We're going to get to it just a minute, right? Just real quick, we're going to get to it. I just want to say, though, that you never can try to find any common ground with those people. They have no intention. The only way that they will find common ground with you is if they're using it as a vehicle to push more of their agenda. That's literally it. They don't care about common ground. They don't care about America. They don't care about, you know, the Constitution. They don't care about any of your laws. They don't care about the ideals of America. All they care about, the only time they will talk about that is whenever they're trying to get you to care about it, so you'll let them do what they want to do. Like, that's the only time they ever care about it. And so, like, that's it. Pointless to even argue with them. Yeah, there's no reason to even argue with them. Like, they're totally captured. The goal really is to just show that it's a lie and then get more people to vote on your side. And eventually, once we get enough of those people, we just fucking just cut those people out of the demographic process entirely. Deport them, fucking put people in jail, take away their right to vote, like, go all the way. That should be the goal. That is the holy grail. That is the promised land. They're all in jail. They can't vote. They're getting deported. You take all their shit back, and that's it. And so never forget, that is the best case scenario.
Part of the ideology that makes AI into like a creature instead of a collaboration also wants to think of bits as being this ethereal thing that's free and infinite. You show me a bit that didn't involve work. You show me a bit that didn't disperse heat. Look at data centers. When you make enough bits, they take up more energy than anything. Information is physical or it's nothing. You can think of large language model AI as a whole bunch of people whose work was combined into this single document. But why do people want it to be a creature? You're a young man. You think you're the center of the universe. Of course you think you're making God.
You're describing a lot of men I dated in my 20s.
Why do UFO sightings persist? Are at least some of them figments of our imagination? Or are we missing something? In my latest book, Take Me to Your Leader, I actually explore what's possible in this universe, given the universal laws of physics. If the aliens are out there, the laws of physics will dictate how they find us. I also narrated the audiobook, so I'm duly informed that the audiobook and the print version are available now, wherever books are sold. This is Star Talk Special Edition, which means I got Gary O'Reilly, co-host here. Gary, how you doing, man?
I'm good, Neil. Over in London, though, so slightly remote.
Okay, only slightly. On the scale of the universe, you're right next door. I also have with me Negin Farsad. Negin, welcome back to Star Talk.
Hello, I'm so excited to be back.
It's been too long. I miss you.
Absolutely. I have to say, you don't look a day over the last time we talked about dark matter.
Let me figure out how old I would need to be for that. You're a comedian. You're also a TED Fellow for social justice. That's a thing?
I mean, I do comedy that tries to save the world.
Okay.
And it's worked, guys. That's why we live in utopia.
Fake the Nation. That's a coolest title ever.
That's right.
And I'll never soon forget the title of your book.
What you're about to watch is mostly uneven. More people fall victim to scams. Many online scams start with victims being tricked into downloading remote access software. It allows the scammer to take control of your computer from anywhere in the world, as if they were sitting right in front of it. Even if you hang up on the scammer, you're still in danger if that remote access software is not uninstalled. And what do I mean by danger? Well, the scammers will have unrestricted access to your computer, even when you're not using it. This means your personal documents, photos, webcam, passwords, even your bank accounts can be accessed by the scammers. With Seraph Secure, it will completely block these scammers from using remote access software, leaving you and your online information safe, secure, and protected. This service is free, with premium plans also available for more ways to protect against more scams on more devices. Like how Seraph Secure will notify a loved one if you're being targeted by a scam. The financial devastation and emotional toll these scams have on victims deserves a proactive anti-scam solution, a Seraph Secure solution. Get protection for free at seraphsecure.com. Let's call this Coinbase one.
Thank you for calling Coinbase support. Your call may be monitored or recorded. Press 1 for account or login help. Press 2 to report suspicious activity or security issues. Press 3 to speak with an agent.
Hi there, you're through to the Coinbase security team. My name is Nigel. How can I help you today?
Yeah, hey man, how's it going? I just got a text message from you guys that I'm pretty concerned about.
Okay. Extremely sorry to hear that, sir. What does the text message actually say, sir?
It said your Coinbase verification code, and it has a number.
Yeah.
And it says if you have not requested this, please contact us. I'm just not sure. I didn't request anything, so obviously I'm a bit concerned.
I'm extremely sorry to hear that, as I did say, sir. We are going to take a look into this further for you, sir, and see what's actually going on, sir, okay? My name is Nigel, and I'm going to assist you with that, sir.
Hey, Nigel.
So if I could just start by confirming your name, please.
Oh, say that again. Sorry, I couldn't hear what you said.
Yep. If I could just start by confirming your name, please.
Oh yeah, that's fine. My name's Thomas.
And your last name, Thomas?
Kench. You can call me Tommy.
How do you spell your last name, sir?
Kench.
Wonderful. And when was the last time you accessed your Coinbase account, sir?
Maybe 3 months ago, 2 months ago, something like that.
Okay, no issue at all. That's absolutely fine. And just for security, Thomas, okay, if you could just confirm your current portfolio balance with us at Coinbase?
Sorry, you're talking a little fast. Say that one more time.
Yeah, and just for security, okay, you could just confirm your current portfolio balance with us at Coinbase, sir.
Yeah. What is my balance? It should be. I mean, let me log in. Hold on.
Yep, take your time, Thomas.
Okay, I'm logging in right now, and it's just having me do the 2FA thing.
Yeah, wonderful. Take your time, sir.
Actually, one thought I had about that. Do you know, like, are they ever gonna add 3FA or like a 4PL FA or something like that, just to be even more secure?
A 3FA. Not at this moment of time, sir. Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's just an idea I had. Like because I know 2FA helps, but I was thinking like, what happens if somebody, like, I don't know if that's the best security, because maybe you could do like a 3 or 4FA. That way, like, you're really secure, extra secure. I don't know. Just an idea. I'm just throwing it out there for you.
Okay, not sure at all. That's absolutely fine. And as I did say, sir, in regards to the 3FA, that's something that we haven't actually considered yet. Okay, it's actually the 2FA we are using at the moment. So, okay, the 3FA is actually 3 separate categories of authentication factors that we are taking a look into further. So, okay.
Okay, so you do have 3FA already.
FA we are using at the moment. So, okay, the 3FA is actually 3 separate categories of authentication factors that we are taking a look into further. So, okay.
Okay, so you do have 3FA already.
It's actually the 2FA. That's something that we haven't actually considered yet. Okay, it's actually the 2FA we are using at the moment. So, okay, the 3FA is actually 3 separate categories of authentication factors that we are taking a look into further. So, okay.
Okay, so you do have 3FA already.
Nope, only 2FA, sir.
Okay, but it's on your roadmap. It's on your roadmap.
No, not at the moment, sir.
Okay, well, good to know. No worries.
And have you accessed your Coinbase account?
I did. I accessed the account. Yes. And you want to know?
And as I say, if you can just confirm your balance was secured.
Yeah. It is 12,013.
Okay, not sure at all. And is that in dollars, sir?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you for verifying, sir. Okay. And if you could just take a look over your most recent activity, okay. Is there anything you don't recognize at all?
Hold on. Nope. Everything looks pretty good to me.
Not an issue at all. And how often would you say you check your Coinbase account, sir?
How often do I check my Coinbase? Every, I don't know, month or so.
Okay, not an issue at all. That's absolutely fine. What advice is just do keep an eye out on your account on a regular basis, okay? Just to prevent any sort of activity from taking place on the account. Okay. What I can see at this moment in time is that someone has actually logged into your account, okay? Which is quite alarming, okay? Because I'm not sure how they've actually managed to bypass your two-factor authentication, sir, okay?
Wait, someone else? You're saying someone else is logged in?
That's correct, sir. Okay. So that's the reason why you received that verification code. But that's what we're trying to. So do you use any VPNs or proxies? Okay, that could potentially change your location.
I don't know what that is. A what? A proxy?
Any VPNs or? Yeah. Do you use any VPNs or proxies that could potentially change your location?
No, I don't know what that is. I don't know how to do that. I saw somebody on YouTube talking about VPNs.
Yeah.
They said it could be pretty helpful, I think, for your privacy and security. Is that right?
Yeah, so it's just obviously a way that users actually they tend to obviously hide their sort of IP addresses and try to change it to another sort of region, sir, okay? That's the reason why I asked you that question. Now, what I'm going to do, sir, okay, because someone has actually logged into your account, I'm just going to transfer you through to my superior advisor, okay? Who'll be able to assist you further, sir, okay? And we actually have a separate department that actually looks into this, sir.
Yeah, that sounds
So,
that sounds great.
Questions just before I transfer you through, sir?
No, I think I'm fine. I appreciate it.
Wonderful. Wonderful, Tommy. I'm just going to transfer you through now, sir, okay?
Thank you.
Hello, you've been said to Thomas Wilson, head senior advisor here at the Coinbase team. How are we doing today? Are we well?
So, can you repeat that? You're a little bit quiet.
Can you hear me any better now?
I can hear you.
Is it better now?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so you're connected to Thomas Wilson. I'm a head senior advisor here at the Coinbase support team.
No, this is
You've been given
Thomas.
to myself in regards to recent activity. Hello?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm confused because my name's Thomas as well. You're Thomas. Coincidence. Okay. You can call me Tommy.
Yes.
Call me
Yeah,
Tommy.
my name. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Kench.
Yeah, that's fine too. I would prefer if you call me Tommy, but up to you.
Tommy. All right. Okay. All right, Tommy. So what's gone on before all of this confusion? What has gone on is there's been somebody trying to log into your account.
Yeah.
And you don't have any sort of recollection of this, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And the way they've logged in, have you been informed? So it looks like they've had an access to a document type. Looking at the case report, it says they've managed to provide the passport picture. Do you still have access to your passport?
No, I do not. No, because it actually expired maybe a year ago, 2 years ago.
A year ago. Okay. So the second document type they've also provided was a driver's license. Have you still got that in your possession?
Yeah.
Okay. So have you uploaded any ID as well? Just having a think. That could be with the likes of Airbnb, Booking.com, restaurants, hotels, anything like that.
Have I done what?
Uploaded your ID to anywhere, for example, with Airbnb, with the likes of Airbnb, Booking.com, restaurants, hotels, anything like that.
Have I done what?
Uploaded your ID to anywhere, for example, with Airbnb, perhaps Booking.com, hotels, restaurants.
Oh man, I don't know. Maybe. I don't think so.
Maybe. Okay, that's fine.
I mean, I don't think so, but like, perhaps it would have been a long time ago because like I don't do it. Like I'm not doing it now. Or recently.
That's fine. Have you traveled recently or connected to any public Wi-Fi in the last few weeks?
Have I traveled? Yes. Yeah, public Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely public.
Do you remember?
Yeah,
where
my
you would
kids
have
love to
connected?
play. My kids love to play in that ball pit at Wendy's.
At Wendy's, and when you're at Wendy's, did it connect to the Wi-Fi?
Do they have those anymore?
Yeah, I connected the Wi-Fi because it's free.
Yeah. Okay. That seems to be a problem. Reason being, with these Wi-Fi's, it could be.
Did Wendy's ever have one?
It may look like a genuine website, or that you're connected to the genuine internet. But of course, now when you're accepting the cookies, it could install malware upon your device. and that could be a possibility for them to infiltrate and have access to personal information.
I was just talking to the other gentleman about that. I keep seeing those advertisements for the Proton VPN. That's why. Is that why you got to use those VPNs? Hashtag ad, because they'll protect you from unsecured Wi-Fi in the Wendy's ball pit.
Yeah. Yeah, so it could be any sort of unsecured Wi-Fi. It's not just specifically Wendy's. That just may not even be Wendy's, sir, but it's a possibility. So we just wanted to take everything into account, so we don't want to leave any details out. Does that make sense? And just to cross-reference everything as well, you do not use any other platforms apart from us here at Coinbase?
Yeah, I moved all my funds to Kraken.
Okay. And when was the last time? And when did you just do that, sir?
Maybe 6 months ago. Hashtag ad. I would say.
Ago. So 6 months
2 years ago. 2 years ago? Yeah, because I have a little bit. I have a little bit left on here. It's like kind of where I have my meme coins, but I do all my serious stuff on Kraken.
Okay, so your main account that you use in regards to cryptocurrency would be Kraken for yourself.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah, that's right. No offense.
Okay. No, that's fine. Would be Kraken for yourself.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah, that's right. No offense.
Okay. No, that's fine.
Okay. I'm laughing because I'm being goofy, but these guys are pretty good. I've covered this on stream before, but they're professional and they kind of have their script down.
Now, if it's just an isolated matter, so which means
and they're gonna guide me on
your Coinbase they're targeting, or is it across all your other financial institutions as well? So just for the call recording to confirm, you be using Coinbase, Kraken. Is there any other cryptocurrency exchanges that could potentially be affected that may also not be KYC verified? For example, like cold wallets like Ledger, Trezor.
You're saying something that doesn't have a KYC?
Yes. So something that could also be affected in regards to that.
I'm not sure. I mean, I have like Apple Wallet. I don't know if that has a KYC.
No.
Or sorry, did you say KFC? Because I've probably connected to a KFC Wi-Fi at some point. Or I don't know if I'm misunderstanding.
Do you have access to your Coinbase account now? If I was to ask you to log into your Coinbase, would you be able to do so?
Yeah, that's the one that had the 13.
Can you go ahead and log in for it?
That's the one that had the 13,000 in it.
Okay.
Oh, I guess the other guy asked. Not you. My bad.
Yes, just to make sure.
Yeah, I think it was Nigel.
Okay, yeah, that may have been Nigel. So that's fine. And just to confirm with yourself now, Tommy, on your Kraken, the last time you had a look at it, what was the balance you remember to the nearest $10, $100, or $1,000 for the call recording?
85,000.
That's 85,000
USD.
Okay. And just to confirm for the call recording, can you actually gain access to your Kraken account as well?
Of course. Yeah.
And just check your buy, sell, swaps, and deposits.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on a minute.
And have you got a pen and paper?
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay, so just thinking outside of the box, they're gonna give me a wallet that they want me to move all of my money to. Could I send them? Does anyone know? Is there like some? I should send them like some token, some coin that's like gonna make them mad. I'm trying to think. What's like something that's like essentially worthless, but when he sees it.
Hello. Hello, Tommy.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Did you manage to gain access?
Yeah, I'm on there. I'm on there right now.
And looking at your buy, sell, swaps, and deposits, does anything look unusual?
Nope. No, everything's looking good.
Okay. Can you get
just as I
Can you get a
would
pen and paper, please?
have expected. Yeah, I got a pen and paper. Yeah.
Yeah. But can you jot this down? I'm going to give you a reference, okay?
Okay. This is a
CC. So
you said this is a
Charlie.
reference number?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Are you writing this down? CC.
I know Pepe. Would he understand the Pepe face? If I just sent him like, would he? There's like
Hello,
a troll.
Tommy?
There's like a troll coin, right? Let me see if I can find it.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm ready. Go ahead.
DC 01.
Is that BC or DC?
DC. So Charlie.
Oh, CC. My bad. CC.
016.
I would love to get this guy in the gauntlet. I just haven't figured out how. Because they like, if you guys can help me come up with a reason for it.
016372.
016372. Got it.
Yeah.
Everything I've tried, they just ignore it.
We received an
And are
asterisk
like,
now
well,
from Kraken.
I think
they've also noticed somebody's tried to log into your account as well.
Oh, you're talking to Kraken right now?
Yes, on a live portal. So we're going to get you transferred over.
Oh, who are you talking to over there?
Right through to themselves now.
Okay. Man, that's great.
Hello, Tommy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So I'm going to get you transferred through now. Could you stay on the line?
Yeah, I'm here. Go ahead.
If he's gonna pretend to be Kraken, let me try to get some stuff prepped. I think they're just gonna want to take.
You're through to Jonathan here at Kraken Support. How can I help?
Hey, John. Can I call you John or Jonathan? What's your Johnny? Jonathan?
Yeah, John's fine. How can I help you?
Hey,
sir?
love your platform. Long time user, first time caller. I guess there might be something going on with my Coinbase account, and now they're saying that maybe there's something going on with my Kraken account. So I'm just trying to check in.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. Yeah. So you've obviously been transferred through on a direct line from the previous organisation that you've been speaking to, Coinbase, like you mentioned.
The previous one.
They would have issued you with a reference. Yeah. They would have issued you with a reference number. Do you still have that reference number?
Yeah, hold on a second.
Is this Nigel? I can't tell.
Okay, so in order for me to obviously load up the case,
as in Charlie,
over from Coinbase, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, so in order for me to load up the case, I'll need to gain access to the reference number. So if you could just confirm that reference number to me.
Yeah. Are you in Edinburgh by chance?
No. So I'm actually working in California.
Oh.
That is where our headquarters is at the moment. Yeah. So if you could just confirm that reference number, sir, just so I can put up your case details.
Yeah. It's C is in Charlie, C is in Charlie.
Yep.
01.
Yep.
6372.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for confirming. Okay, so yeah, I can see.
I mean, I guess I could say that I moved all my funds
on your Coinbase account
to
the reason
our
why
fake
Coinbase,
MyCoin thing because I was
alleviated
nervous
the case to us is because of the level of sophistication
of the account
that's been
security
used to bypass the
try to get him
security
into
on
the
your Coinbase account. Now, you had the two-factor authentication security set up. From my understanding, that is the highest level of security that Coinbase have. And that is also the highest level of security.
I was actually asking, I threw this.
Coinbase.
It's only fair if I mention this to you too, because like I mentioned it to the Coinbase guy. And I know you guys are like serious about security at Kraken. Hashtag. What about a 3-factor authentication?
So in terms of security and authentication, we do have different forms of factor authentications. However, in order to obviously authorize things like withdrawals and new device registrations, that is only equipped with the double or the 2-factor authentication. Now, we did come across something quite unusual on your Kraken account. There was a
because I was just thinking if you had a 3-factor auth, I would feel 3 times as secure. And I already feel pretty dang secure with Kraken. I'm just thinking like 3 or even 4-factor auth. I don't know how that would work because you could do like email, phone, and maybe they have those the security keys, right?
I understand. So those yeah.
No
Yeah,
joke, actually.
However,
no joke. You guys sent this to me. The fraud team at Kraken sent this to me. I've been using it. It's pretty cool. No joke.
Yeah. So, like I'm saying to you, sir, whenever you're authorizing any sort of operations on your account, the highest level of security.
True.
So you can add all of those extra layers of security. That's correct. But whenever you're authorizing any operations, you will only need a combination out of 2 of those 3 types of security. Do you understand? So that's why it's labeled as 2-factor authentication. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand why it's labeled 2-factor authentication. I was just thinking like if you add the UB key, if you did 3 or 4-factor auth, then it would be even more secure, right?
Yeah, not necessarily. I mean, given that somebody's obviously accessed your Kraken account today, it's obviously a massive concern. Now, the way that they've accessed your account is they were able to pass the verification on your account. We received submission of a driver's license. Now, has anyone been in contact with you, maybe asked you for a copy of your driver's license or any of your personal information?
I don't think so. Can you give me like what kind of information you talking about?
Okay. And with regards to that sort of information, like your driver's license, that was submitted to pass verification and bypass the 2FA on your account. Now, with regards to that being said, sir, have you shared your driver's license with anyone, any organizations, any companies, anything like that?
Not that I know of. I mean, like at the airport.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. And do you keep a physical copy of your driver's license, or do you keep like a digital copy as well? Is it saved in your camera roll? Have you sent it to yourself as an email?
Hold on, let me look. Yeah, I think I have an album. Hold on. Yeah, I have an album called Secret. And
sorry?
I have an album called Secret. And then in the album it's got like my driver I got a picture of my it's old now, but I had my passport. It's expired now. And I got a couple other things in there.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. Now, in
My birth
terms
certificate,
of your
a picture of
Kraken account,
my mom actually sent me a picture of me as a baby, like when they were weighing me before they even cut the cord, because in case I ever needed to prove, any of that stuff.
yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. So if you could get yourself logged into your Kraken account for me, please, sir.
Okay, hold on. And how long have you been at Kraken? I was telling the other guy, like, I'm a huge fan. You guys have been supporting me for a while now, honestly.
Yeah, I've not been here for that long. I've only been here for about 6 months or so I am still fairly new into the role, but I am settling in very well. So if you just get yourself logged in and just let me know if you're having any issues with logging in.
Okay, 1 second. I got one of your hats actually, right here.
Sorry?
I feel like I should put it on. Okay.
Okay, so you've got a Kraken cap.
Yeah. I got a Kraken cap. Did you say?
Yeah. So from my side of the water, that's what we call it. We call it a cap
Okay.
rather than a hat.
Understood.
Yeah. So okay, that's fine. So just let me know once you're logged into the account.
Yeah. Did they give you one of the Williams Racing hats too?
No, unfortunately not.
Oh, bummer. Maybe soon. All right.
Yeah.
I am on the account.
Okay. And can you see anything unusual on the account? Anything out of the ordinary, or does everything seem okay on your end?
What do you mean? I guess walk me through that.
So in terms of the portfolio evaluation, in terms of the recent transactional history, is there anything that looks unusual to you, or does everything look okay?
No. Actually, let me actually quadruple check. I'll do like a 4FA. I'm gonna do like a 4FA on the account, just to double check. Okay, I'm looking right now, and I don't see anything weird, man. Nothing weird.
Okay, that's fine. Just for the purpose of the recording, if you could just confirm what the portfolio balance that you can currently see on your account is.
Yeah, 83,276.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. And if you head over to your portfolio,
yeah,
okay, where you can see your assets.
Okay.
Okay. And just confirm to me the tokenomic quantities of each asset that you can currently see on your portfolio. This is just for the purpose of the recording, in case something does happen whilst we're on call. We have a verbal recording of you stating your available tokenomic quantity, and that will help with any sort of recoveries. So if you can just confirm the number.
I'm just not familiar with
the tokenomic quantity.
Tokenomic.
So the number of each coin that you've got.
Tokenomic quantity. Is that what you said?
Correct.
All right.
So if you could just confirm the number of each token.
Yeah. 1 second. So you need to click into each one and tell you?
Yeah.
All right.
You should just be able to see it. You don't need to actually click on each one.
Is there something wrong with the account? Like, should I be, because I can move.
Yeah.
I can move money out.
So there was obviously a login on the account, but this is all part of for the phone call recording. So if you could just confirm the tokenomic quantity of each token.
Okay. Yeah, understood. Should I go from highest to lowest, or what do we? How do you want to? How do you want to do it? I guess.
Start from highest to lowest, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I have for Bitcoin, I have 0.936612. 19.
Okay, that's fine. Yep.
And for Monero, I have 13.813 or XMR.
Yep. Okay, that's fine.
And then I have 690 dog with hat.
Yep.
And that's it.
Okay, that's absolutely fine.
I do have
no
a couple
problem at all.
Hawk
Just to
Tua,
confirm-
but it's not even worth talking about.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. Now, with regards to that, do those quantities of each token seem in line with what you'd expect?
Yeah. This is what I've been holding for a while now.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. Now, with regards to the issue on your account, it will obviously take us a couple of days just to try and understand what's gone on and how someone's been able to bypass the 2FA on your account. Now, with regards to that being said, have there been any sorts of online websites that you've clicked on recently that you thought may have been suspicious or you might have been very skeptical of?
Not that I know of. Not that I can think of.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. And have you connected to any public Wi-Fi networks? Maybe
Any
something like a
public
shopping
Wi-Fi
center, a
networks?
hotel?
Yeah, I was telling you
Yeah.
about, like, not recently, but I used to do the Wendy's ball pits with the kids.
Okay, that's fine. Now, in terms of public Wi-Fi, sir, we would advise our customers never to connect to any sort of public networks, just because a lot of the times those public networks aren't password protected, and that means that pretty much anyone, including fraudsters, would be able to access the network very easily. Now, we have had cases in the past where our customers have connected to compromised Wi-Fi networks, and that's created like a pathway that's enabled a remote connection for these fraudsters to access the contents of your device remotely, and that can be very, very dangerous, sir. So just bear that in mind for the future. If you do plan on connecting to any sorts of public networks, only connect to ones that are password protected. Okay?
Yeah. That I'll keep that in mind for sure, because that sounds
okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's absolutely crazy,
fine.
man.
Now, that's absolutely fine. Now, with regards to the investigation, it will take anywhere between 24 and 48 hours for our investigation to be fully concluded. Okay. Now, our only concern is we can impose restrictions on your account.
Okay.
However, because someone has already passed a verification on your account, that may be a problem, because if we were to put some locks on your account and we were to put some restrictions on your account, then you would be able to take those restrictions off by passing verification, where you would submit some type of ID document. Provided that that does pass security, then that would automatically take the restrictions off of your account. Now, I think you can obviously understand why that would be a massive problem, just because if someone was to submit the same ID that they submitted earlier to bypass the 2FA on your account, they would be able to obviously take the restrictions off. And that unfortunately means that throughout the course of our investigation, we wouldn't be able to guarantee the safety of your assets. Does that make sense, sir?
No, I have no idea. But this is terrifying me. Do they have access to my... Hold on. I think maybe... I wonder if maybe one of the best things to do would be to just straight up, like... Because you're going to try to clear off any bad actors, like any bad guys from the account, right?
Definitely. Okay. Now, what we normally do in these types of situations would be to set our customers up with our Kraken wallet. Have you used my Kraken wallet before?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So it's our DeFi platform. Okay. just to confirm, you have used our DeFi platform before, sir?
Like Kraken Wallet?
Yeah, it's Kraken Wallet. It's the non-custodial wallet version of the Kraken exchange.
Yeah, I mean, I have the Kraken Wallet like literally here on my phone. I'm looking at it.
Okay.
It's got Kraken
Okay.
Ink the future, man. I see it. What do I click?
Yeah. So, in terms of the Kraken Wallet, excuse me, but in terms of the Kraken Wallet,
Yeah.
have you already linked the Kraken Wallet to your exchange?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's already been linked to your exchange, has it?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you open up the Kraken Wallet, what can you see on the homepage of the Kraken Wallet?
It has a balance.
Okay, so you can see the balance on there. Okay.
Yeah.
Just confirm that balance that you can see on there for me, sir.
83. Oh, sorry, you're talking. I gotta move to the Kraken Wallet. Hold on. I have about 80,000 in there. I think it's just
Okay,
a Bitcoin.
So there's 80. Okay, so it's just the Bitcoin that you can see only in the Kraken Wallet. You can't see any of the other tokens.
Yeah.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. And in terms of,
I think I'm gonna move. Let me move it out of here though, just because I don't want to. I don't want to have anything bad happen to it.
Okay, now in terms of the Kraken Wallet, okay, you should be able to see. So if you open the Kraken Wallet, so stay on the Kraken Wallet application.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, with regards to the Kraken Wallet, where you can see the balance on there. Okay, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so in terms of the Kraken Wallet, so if you head over to your assets, just to confirm, is it only the Bitcoin that you can see in there?
Yeah, I'm working on moving it. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay. So don't move it, sir.
Because I think if
moving it,
I know my buddy's been using this this new platform. It's like this like my coin thing where he like earns rewards. Hold on.
Okay. Now don't move the coins out.
If I can figure out how to get him onto my fake exchange,
is public information.
Maybe we can do some goofy things. Although I kind of want to see if he has a Kraken account or Kraken wallet. Actually, I need to do that. I need to do that because then the Kraken fraud team. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
Okay, so just go back and open up the Kraken wallet.
Okay, I'm in the Kraken wallet. I'm in the Kraken wallet. Do you have a what am I gonna do? What do I do?
Okay, so if you open up the application, have you got the application open at the moment?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you have a look at the bottom right corner, okay, what can you see in the bottom right corner?
Hold on, I gotta open it up again. It's a little scan. Is that what you're talking about?
Okay, now you should be able to see the in at the very top of the screen. Can you see like the name of your wallet?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you click on the top right corner, you'll be able to see a settings cog.
Yeah, settings
cog. Can you see that settings cog?
Settings cog. Yeah.
Yeah, the cog. Yeah.
Cog.
So
I like that. I thought it was a gear, but I like cog better. It sounds more professional.
There'll be a couple of different options. There'll be a couple of different options that come up. Okay.
Yeah, it says settings.
You should be able to see wallet, security, connections, etc.
Yeah.
Can you see?
Yeah. It says settings.
Wallets and backups.
Let me see.
There's an option.
I see wallets and security and password protection. I don't know, man. Push notifications. Should I click support? Should I click contact us?
So if click on where it says wallets and backups.
Okay, wallets and backups. I just see wallet. Okay, yeah. I see manage wallets.
Yeah. So can you see, does it say a backup's required?
No.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. So if you just bear with me for a moment, okay? Just bear with me for a moment. I'm just going to quickly speak to the security team, sir.
Oh, okay, great. I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Okay, so my guess is he's going to try to get the keys, or he's going to try to socially engineer some way to get this. Or what they usually do is try to transfer you. They say, like, we set up a secure wallet for you. Move all of your funds there. So if he has a wallet on Kraken, it would be great, because then, like, I work with them and their fraud team will be able to investigate what they're doing in much more detail. My guess is that they don't. But we'll see if we can get it. Otherwise, I think what could be fun is I've been trying to figure out a way to get this guy.
Okay, you still there, sir?
These guys to my fake exchange, and we might have a way to do it now.
Hello.
I'm here, boss. I'm here.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pass you through to our security team, because there are some things that they'd like to go through with you, just to make sure that everything's all right with your account. They may put some security precautions in place on your account just to protect your assets, okay? So I'm just going to transfer you directly through to them if you just stay on the phone, sir, okay?
Understood. All right, thanks, man. I appreciate your time. Yo. Gonna go with the flow. Is this like a podcast type vibe? Welcome to the World Wide Web.
Hello, yes, you've been connected. Liam, here at the Kraken security team. How are we doing? Are we well?
Hey, Liam. How's it going?
Everything's fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks, man. I really appreciate you guys going above and beyond. Like, listen, I knew the Kraken support team like would go the extra mile because I've worked with them personally. But this is thank you, man.
So you work with Kraken personally? Is that
no? I mean like in the past, I had to reach out and get some support. I don't work for you guys. Nothing like that. I wouldn't be smart enough.
You never know. So, what's taking place here today, Thomas, is somebody's infiltrated your details. It initially stemmed from your Coinbase, okay?
Yep.
And now we've received the finalized aspect. But, of course, now we should also have a look into what's gone on with your account, okay? So do you understand that those that you are constantly facing now are quite, of course, sophisticated?
Yeah. So could you speak up a little bit, because it's a little hard to hear you.
I'm sorry about that. Can you hear me any better now?
Yeah, a little bit better.
Sure. Okay. So you can hear me better, yeah, so that's great.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is actually make sure that they can't have any sort of problems going further. In this situation, it all starts off, of course, now from where you've connected your phone to Wi-Fi. Of course, now malware could now lead to your cryptocurrency being targeted. It's not an isolated matter, as you can clearly see. So it's not just your Coinbase, it's now having an effect on your Kraken account. All right? So look into the details. Of course, now we've seen that you've also had a passport being used and a driver's license used in your Coinbase. It looks like they've tried to go down a similar way. They've tried to remove the 2FA associated on your account details, and then, of course, try to follow through with their withdrawal. Did you try to make any sort of form of withdrawal today on your account with us here?
Not at all, man.
Not at all?
No.
Okay, so we're going to go through a protocol now in order to make sure that we can protect your assets, okay? And just to confirm for the call recording, is it only Kraken and Coinbase you would actually be using for cryptocurrency, or would there be other financial institutions that we should know about?
For crypto, yeah, I'm just using Kraken. For other things, right now I got it on, like I got my bank and stuff like that. But
okay, yeah, that's fine. All right, okay. So we're going to initiate this process now. It's known as an on-spot cancellation. That's known as an OSC. That's what we do with us here at Kraken to log out all external devices and make sure you're the only one with a primary active session. Okay? So we work with another exchange at hand. Of course, now with this pattern at hand, we have to get that followed through with the insurance policy.
Yeah, here it comes. Now he's going to switch.
Which is a one-time claim policy.
We're going to use Trust
That you're,
Wallet
of course,
or
dealing with
something.
cryptocurrency, you should know it is decentralized, so it's harder to actually recover funds. Even, of course, if you are using your customer platform, for example, with us here at Kraken with your verified identity.
Yeah. I remember doing the KYC thing in the past because I know that's like a legal requirement. But that's fine. I don't mind that.
So that's something.
Do you need me to do that? Do I have to? I guess what I'm concerned about is you're saying somebody else accessed my account, and how do we get them off? Or how do I? Because I was talking to the other guy. I can't remember his name. About maybe who was I talking to last? What was his name?
Nigel. Was it Nigel you're speaking to?
Maybe Nigel. Yeah, maybe because I remember thinking about the thornberries. So it could have been Nigel. I remember I was telling him maybe because my buddy's been using this like alternative platform where he gets like bonuses every day or something. Because I was thinking maybe I just move the Bitcoin off there. I think that'd be smashing. But what are you? I guess what option do you guys have?
So if you was to move your cryptocurrency from Kraken and you're not using your Coinbase, where would you have moved it to?
Yeah. I have my buddy uses this like my coin thing that he's been really getting into. He said it's Lush. Because I'm just nervous if you said someone's trying to withdraw the Bitcoin right now. Like that is, I don't want that to happen.
There's been a withdrawal attempt.
Okay, so you shut it down. You shut it down.
Yeah, so it hasn't gone through. So it's been, of course, now the withdrawal has failed. It hasn't been successful.
The thing about moving it to my fake platform
is if they manage to bypass any sort of form of security, that may turn it into a successful withdrawal for them.
I mean, I could just try to do it, but I want to get.
So we're going to go through a procedure shortly.
I want to hear the next part first.
We do use another platform and in exchange. It's known as Trust.
Oh, we knew it.
Before?
Yeah.
Have I heard of Trust? Brother, that's my middle name. Yeah. Trust. Yeah. No, I jest, but no, Trust. Of course I have. Yeah, it's like a virtue.
Okay, that's fine. And your tokenomics that you'll be holding with us here at Kraken, can you confirm your tokenomics?
Someone was telling me about tokenomics before, man. I gotta look that up. What the heck is it? Tokena? How do you spell that?
Okay, so
tokena sounds like a Pokemon. Token.
So your tokens that you hold with us here at
How do you
Kraken,
spell that?
So which coins would you be using here at Kraken? So if you open a Kraken account.
Oh yeah. I got XMR with, dog with hat and Bitcoin.
So you got XMR, with, and Bitcoin.
Yeah, could you talk a little louder though? Because I have to keep turning. I have my phone turned all the way up.
Can you hear me better?
Yeah.
Okay. Starting off with your XMR. Can you confirm the token value that you hold in XMR?
Yeah, hold on. I gotta log back in.
All right.
Okay. 13.8134.
Okay. And can you confirm your token value that you hold in WIT?
690.
Okay. And can you confirm your token value that you hold in Bitcoin?
0.9